Hey, I don't know if anyone will see me because there's issues with the stream again, but I can't care anymore. You can't make me care. Anyway, I'm just going to get into it, okay? I'm just getting into my topic today, and I'll blow everything up and try a new studio on Monday, right? But anyway, here's a thought. You ever notice how some people watch the news like it's a court case with their favorite celebrities on trial? No matter the evidence, the verdict is always the same. Not guilty by reason of me liking them. And the other side, oh, they're guilty before the opening statement every freaking time. This is what I like to call the perception divide. It's not just about left versus right, red versus blue, or whatever team you think you're on. No, it's deeper than that. It's about how people decide who's right and who's wrong before the facts even show up to the party. Now, there are two ways to look at the world. One is through what I'll call the universal lens. You judge everyone by the same set of standards, regardless of whether you like them or not. Radical, I know. And then there's the tribal lens. You grade on a curve, depending on which jersey they're wearing. Your guy trips over a sidewalk, it's like, hey, he's so relatable. Their guy does it, and he's unfit for office. Get this man a neurologist. The tribal lens is appealing because it's easy. It simplifies everything. You don't have to wrestle with messy things like facts or context. It's all prepackaged for you. Your side is good, their side is bad. And the only thing left to argue is how bad. But the problem is when you reduce the world to heroes and villains, you stop seeing reality. You're not watching the news. You're reading fan fiction. And it's not just individuals who do this. Entire institutions thrive on it. Politicians, media outlets, influencers. They all feed us this filtered reality because it keeps us glued to the screen, nodding along, convinced that the other side is the reason your Wi-Fi sucks. But here's the thing. The universal lens, judging everyone by the same standard, that's where real intelligence lives. It's harder, sure, because it forces you to confront uncomfortable truths. Like maybe your favorite politician isn't perfect, and maybe your least favorite one isn't the Antichrist. I know, terrifying stuff, but the reward, you actually start to understand the world. And not in that smug, I read one think piece and now I'm enlightened kind of way. No, you understand in a way that helps you predict things, adapt to them, maybe even fix a few. The universal lens doesn't give you comfort, but it gives you clarity. Let me tell you, clarity is in short supply these days. The tribal lens, it makes people really bad at explaining reality. Because if you're always bending over backwards to defend your side and tearing apart the other, your conclusions about as solid as a Jenga tower. You might feel righteous, but you're not right. Now, I know what you're thinking. But what if the other side is just bad? Well, congratulations. You've just illustrated my point. When your worldview depends on one side always being wrong, it's not a worldview, it's a shortcut. And shortcuts might get you there faster, but they don't teach you anything about the road. So, here's the challenge. Try looking at everyone the same way. No bonus points for being on your side, no automatic demerits for being on theirs. It's not about liking people. It's about fairness. And fairness, believe it or not, is the best way to keep yourself honest. Because at the end of the day, reality doesn't care about your tribe. It doesn't care who you voted for or what slogans you chant. Reality is indifferent. If you want to survive it, let alone thrive in it, you need to see it clearly. And that starts with dropping the tribal lens and picking up the universal one. Or, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't be surprised when you're shocked by every election, every headline, and every event that didn't fit the fan fiction version of the world you've been clinging to. The perception divide. It's the difference between understanding the world as it is or cheering for it like it's a game you don't really understand. My name's Tom Coffey. This is the Coffey Nuance Show. Most ignored, censored commentary and news show live right now. Flame on! just because I can't help it. I think it should be a landslide. Um, and I believe that Trump should win every toss-up state. Okay, there we go. So we're talking about the perception divide. I don't know what the hell is happening with the live stream. As soon as I was going live, it kicked me out, and then it made me log in again, and then it said I was logged in somewhere else. You don't care. You don't care. But I guess I really need to just blow up everything. You know, just wipe the computer clean, start afresh. So that's on the to-do list for this weekend. We'll see if we can get it working right someday. Someday. Anyway, we're talking about this idea of a perception divide. And I think I am in the minority with this one. And I've named this the perception divide. I couldn't find a name for this idea. But this is just kind of how we see the world. And it's this phenomenon where individuals interpret actions, motivations, behavior of others through a standard, I can't even read, through standards depending on their alignment with them, whether it's, they're on the same political team, social team, ideological team. And those that subscribe to the perception divide tend to apply a more generous, forgiving interpretation to individuals or groups they support, while casting those they oppose in a consistently negative or bad faith light. And this divide reflects a deeper cognitive and ideological split where one group seeks consistency and fairness in judgment, while another allows personal bias to shape their perception of reality. Okay. So this is something that I've struggled with, and it's very easy to identify if you kind of step back from it. Why do some people always give the most bad faith interpretation to someone they don't like? And do they actually see the world that way, or is this just performative? I don't think that it's performative. I think that people actually look at things that way. Oh, Trump did it, it's got to be evil. Oh, Kamala's done it, it's it's obviously your communist upbringing or something. I don't know. But these snap judgments and not looking at things through a universal lens, I think gets you to not see the world in a way that accurately reflects reality. And I believe that it's probably a better way to judge things around you, because you're going to understand what's going on a whole lot better. I think the most ideological people are the ones that are the most wrong sometimes, and they just don't see things at all. I see this in my own life with pretty much everyone I talk to. And perhaps it's me. Perhaps this is my own issue. You know, I don't know. But I really try to look at things through a universal lens. I try to understand what the other person might mean. So maybe they had a slip of the tongue. Oh, I don't like them, so I interpret that as being evil. I do like them. Oh, hey, it's just a slip of the tongue. I try not to do that. In fact, I try to do the opposite. And I feel very alone in doing that. I don't know. Maybe it's the Asperger's. I'm not sure. But it hurts me when I see people in my life just having this tribal lens through which they look at everything. I'm at kind of the epicenter of it. I live in Portland. And it seems like everyone I run into all the people I know, they look at things through this tribal lens, uh, and I just feel alone. I feel alone in it in many ways. I just want to leave. I just want to get out of here. Um, it's funny. Bitcoin is nearly $100,000 for one Bitcoin. So it's really gone up quite a lot. I think back 4 years ago, and I tried pitching it to people. In fact, I pitched it at my birthday to everyone when it was about 4,000. If anyone had invested at that time, they would be up 25 times, nearly 25 times of what it was then. And everyone treated me like I was like that I was the dummy, that I had fallen for a scam, et cetera, et cetera. I watch The Hills, The Rising. I like watching that in the morning when I'm having my coffee after I've taken my walk. And what I love about it is seeing these dummies, usually on the left, that always take a bad faith interpretation of everything. Of everything, they take a bad faith interpretation of it. And I just think to myself, they're so lost because they cannot see reality at all. Now, I see the same thing on the right with many people. But it's clearly, I don't think that bothers me as much. Because I've been dismissing people on the right that take a bad faith approach to everything. I've been doing that my entire life. I've been dismissing people that think that way. I don't know. Anyway, I'm having a hard time with this channel. I feel like what I'm doing is it's interesting to me, so I'm getting a lot out of it. I'm getting a lot out of this idea of the perception divide. I really enjoyed writing a little piece on it. I should probably start a Substack where I might get one or two people that want to read the little essays I write on these little think pieces. I could publish, I don't know, my little, what grinds my gears, old man essays. But like my last, like on YouTube on Wednesday, I got 20 views. And I just think, like, why am I even doing this? Obviously, it appears that the world is not into looking at things through a universal lens. The world seems to want tribal bullshit. That's what they want. I don't know. I feel like I should just give in and just I could make 2 tribal channels, right? I could make a channel and just dunk on the left and make a channel and dunk on the right. 2 different ones. And maybe one of them I wear glasses or something, just to be a different person. I don't know. But that's kind of the idea I wanted to talk about today. And it's just something to think about. If you watch, just watch The View, for example. These dingbats on The View, they look at everything through a tribal lens. Everything, every single thing. And I really think it is the most low IQ way to look at the world. But then again, how persuasive is it to come out and say, you know what dummies do? Dummies do this, and smart people like me, do this. Nobody wants to hear that either. That's not persuasive. Might be true, but it's not persuasive at all. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling today. I felt very frustrated at the beginning of the stream because I couldn't get the stream going, and everything crashed and everything wasn't working, and it was just really affecting me. Um, so I'm not coming with as much joy as I would like to come through today on this Friday, because it's a beautiful day and we're all alive, and there's so many awesome things in the world, and maybe Bitcoin will hit 100,000 today. It's been close, been edging really close. Um, anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and obviously I got to do something different. So yeah, I'll try blowing everything up and seeing if we can make anything happen here. But maybe if I want to get more than 20 views, I need to start looking at things in a different way. Who knows? Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the after show. I'll go through all your comments, and I hope you have an awesome weekend. And I guess I'll be back on Monday with another shitty show that nobody cares about. Anyway, peace. And I couldn't find my I set my glasses down. I have too many side tables. Couldn't find my glasses right before I went live. Waiting patiently for Tom's words of wisdom. Well, thanks. Look at the moon. You and one other person, I guess. What's up, Natasha? What's up, Jody? Tom is Catholic. Catholic means universal. I'm a recovering Catholic. Bump. That's funny. What's up, Nickip? I don't know how to say. Ian, I like what you have to say. Thanks, Ian. I appreciate that. Natasha says, I'll read your Substack, Tom. Go for it. I'm kind of tribal. I don't think men can become women. Well, that's just a thought. You know, it's interesting. I think probably that would be that's probably what most people would actually think. You know, until their team told them to think otherwise. You know. Max Out says, hang in there, man. Tech issues happen. As for the divide, I totally agree with you. It does feel quite lonely sometimes. Thank you, Max Out. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I say, I've been meaning to you know, I don't know. I feel like I've maxed out this computer. I don't think it's the computer. It might be Rumble Studios. One of the things that's tough to figure out is when you have too many variables, it's hard to know where the issue is. Yeah, free information volume is extremely low today, except for music. Damn it. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm looking at it, and the mic seems to be, I don't know, and I think it's echoing. I'm not sure what's going on. You're not alone for sure. Thanks, Max Out. I appreciate that. It feels that way a lot. And I think that's why I like getting on and just sharing thoughts, because perhaps if I put it out there, maybe someone can relate to it. Wow, that was a really slow transition. So obviously there's some tech issues, but I'll work on that. Anyway, think about that idea of the perception divide, and how you decide to look at people. And I may suggest you try giving people you hate the benefit of the doubt, and to people that you love, perhaps a second glance and a more scrutinous eye, if you will. That's a suggestion. Says for information, Rumble is low in volume, but YouTube was a good volume. See, that's the kind of stuff that see. Looks like I've crashed. Looks like I've crashed. So that's it. Have a good goodbye, everyone. Until next time. Peace.